Alright, so I actually changed our category to just chatting. And I brought the webcam only screen back so you can see my face and the chat. Kind of go back to the OG way of doing things. Although the lighting is terrible.
Dark and dreary here.
Probably the resolution I have it set at. I have it set to 960 by 720. That's 4:3. $80 by 720. $960 is the best resolution. It's just the natural light isn't enough in the room because the sun is on the other side of the house.
Sounds about right.
Alright, so let me actually make some adjustments here. I haven't even showered yet. Like, I just woke up not too long ago.
Jeez.
I had my alarm set for 6 a.m. and I woke up and I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go back to bed.
Unlike you.
Well, it's really cold in the apartment, so like, I was really comfortable. And it's a day off. We can't do that. We can't do that when we don't work. Or when we work.
No, you're right about that.
I will say yesterday was glorious because so our load comes in first thing in the morning, which is very uncommon. Hunter, the meat cutter, wheels over a U-boat, chock-a-block full of nut bins. And when I mean chock-a-block full, 24 of them. 24 nut bins. I didn't even get that much in West Lab. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm sitting there going, what in the ever-loving fuck do they want me to do with this? So I take a picture and promptly send it to Pablo, and I said, Pablo, what are you expecting to do with this many bins? There's 24 of them. He goes, well, I'm on my way to your store now. I'll grab them and send them to other stores. Oh, good, because I've been wanting to talk to you. Good. That sounds perfect. So I then proceed to go about my day, and I see him walk through the front door. Like, oh, Pablo's here. So I'm sitting there, you know, pretty just, I don't want to say miserable, you know, kind of standoffish, you know, kind of not wanting to talk to him. And he comes up and he goes, oh, hey, how's it going? Like, huh, well, yeah, here we go. Here I am. And I said, well, I just got back from vacation. Oh, how was your vacation? I looked at him and I said, you know, it really put things into perspective for me. That's probably the most I've never wanted to come back to work from a vacation ever, Pablo. Then he kind of started to get uncomfortable. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just kind of look around. Okay. So then he starts working on the outside. Like, did you get any of the stuff outside marked down? Did you see that communication? Nope. Well, I guess I'll get all that stuff out and kind of condense it for you. Have at it. Then comes back, says, well, I'm about to head out. You have anything for me? Matter of fact, I do. Follow me to the back dock. I need to speak with you privately. And I must have talked to him for about 20 minutes. And dude, I just said everything. Everything.
That's epic. What was his reaction?
He was putting on a good affront. But my whole point of doing this right before he left is I wanted him to just think about it as he was driving. Because he's got a lot of places to drive to, a lot of time behind the wheel, a lot of time to think. I said, I'm going to drop this into his head, and I hope that he's just fucking really concerned about it. I said, yeah, Pablo, so just so you know, next year, probably going to be heading out. Jeff has something for me, and, you know, I just hate this place, and, you know, I don't like how I was treated. And we kind of dug into that a bit. And then I told him everything I think is wrong with the company. I said, Pablo, be honest with me. Do you hear this anywhere else? Well, there's a handful of managers that I talked to that are saying the exact same thing. Huh. Okay. I'll guarantee you they're probably the old school managers that were around when the place ran like a business.
Correct.
I said, yeah, Pablo, I'm just fucking done. Well, I appreciate you telling me. And then I said, you know, coming here, I lost money. I drive further. I get taxed. Like, what incentive is there for me? Oh, we weren't able to do anything for you? Nope. James Carlson said he'd take care of me, and I don't know what that means. Oh, well, let me circle back around to our HR person about that. Blah 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 blah. Like, yeah, whatever. And then before he left, he goes, well, I'll catch you later, Jerry. See ya.
It's amazing.
And off he went. Well, dude, and like, I'm just staring. I'm like, now, Pablo, I understand, you know, you gotta peddle the corporate thing and toe the line. And I'm seeing the conflict in his face. It was great.
Yeah, I mean, that's all true. I mean, one reason why I really wouldn't want to do that job.
Well, I told Carol, the associate that works with me Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I said, you know what, Carol? I'm done trying to toe the line and stand up for the company for everything. Because, you know, back when Jeff was around, the company would come down with these bullshit programs, and I know they suck, but I'd have to peddle it and make it sound like, you know, I understand, guys, but this is what we got to do. You know what I mean? Now I'm to the point where whatever stupid shit they come up with, I'm going to let everybody know it's stupid shit. So,
there's no shortage of that there.
No, it's in abundant supply, but it's just unbelievable. And actually, we're closing a store.
Oh, yeah?
Gloversville, New York.
Yeah, where my grandmother on my mom's side used to live.
Is that a small town?
It is.
Yeah, I would assume it's one of those hole-in-the-wall stores that just doesn't do any business. So, I don't know. I don't think we've been opening stores. We've just been converting a lot of what we have to 32s, but... yeah, there was a conference call. Yeah, so the company is hemorrhaging money. You don't say, huh?
Yeah, it's kind of what happens when you rebrand and try to convert everything.
I wouldn't even say it's that. It's just everything in between. Like, dude... And when Pablo came in and I said, Pablo, why do we have 24 bins? I didn't have that many bins in West Lab, which was 300,000 square feet. Well, probably just a hiccup. Pablo, by that logic, every fucking thing that's going on...
mean?
Every fucking thing that's going on is a hiccup in this place. Everything's a hiccup.
Probably just a hiccup.
Yeah, I mean... There is a curated list, I would assume, at headquarters that tells you what volume these stores are. So what that just reinforces in my mind is that they're just like with distros. They're just blanket sending everything to everybody.
Yep.
You don't have somebody that's trying to discern volume A, volume B, small, large, medium. You have some jackaninny that's sitting there behind the computer just sending all their shit off. Let's just distro all this out. Let's just send all that out. What could go wrong? Ugh.
Well, yesterday was interesting
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
for me. So, actually ended up working 7 to 7.
7 to 7.
Yep. So they ripped out our American Greetings cards.
Oh, this whole saga because you wanted
Yeah, it
more
was like
bread
a
and this and that.
24-foot display. It was huge. And it got converted to a 20-foot bread display. All right, with regular green grocery shelving gondola. So the company came in overnight to do it, right? John, the night before, sends a text to our group text that said, whoever's closing, I've taped to the floor where they need to move the existing one to, which is about 1.5 feet to the left. And the new one needs to be about 1.5 feet to the left of where the American Greetings was. He literally taped, it's 36 inches across, a piece of tape that said, here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wasn't there that day, so I didn't have to worry about that. But then I was like, let me go in early so I can, like, everything should be done. I can get a bunch of stuff out. I can get rocking and rolling. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I bolt through the door like a man with a purpose.
I know the feeling.
Put my backpack down, take my coat off. So it was raining. Immediately, I picked up my headset, picked up a phone. I beat John there. I walk over to the seasonal area, and all of the different bread company representatives are there trying to set it all up, right?
Was it like a meeting of the minds?
Oh, dude, there was like 15 people over there. So...
Were they Rochambeauing over who gets the most shelf space?
No, that's all set corporately.
Okay. Got it.
Schematic-wise. So, I'm getting closer and closer to it. Coming into my field of view. Squinting my eyes. Something's not right. Something doesn't look right. What? I get up to it. I'm like, oh my god. They did not move the old one, and they put the new one exactly where the American Greetings was. Okay? And John's entire merchandising plan for the holidays, which includes a holiday walk on the 7th of this month, or of November, you know, just a few days away, really. All of that rides on these gondolas being shifted so there's enough space for shoppers to get through where we're putting things. And I'm just like, oh no. Oh no. Like, John's due to come in. I shouldn't even be here. And now I'm going to have to listen to him going off about this. So I immediately scramble over to my grocery manager and my assistant grocery manager. And I'm trying to put feelers out like, hey, what time did they come in last night? I don't know. Well, did you speak to them? No. Well, do you know if John, the closing salaried manager, spoke to them? I don't know. Like, I'm sure John's the type of person that would have stayed late to speak to them if he had to. So I was 99.9% certain he had spoke to them and they just didn't listen to him. So I was like, well, boys, all I can tell you is I'm going to avoid John Robbins this morning. So I beat feet, get around the store. Then I get back up to him. I'm like, you guys seen John? Oh, yeah, he's here. It's like, oh, fuck. Finds us in the back room. Dude, he was seething. Seething. I'm just going to have to double up on my blood pressure pills today. The fucking stupidity. I'm going to be on the phone all goddamn morning, and they're going to come back, and they're going to move those.
Sounds like the biggest rise you've gotten out of John Roberts.
Dude, he actually was laughing about it, I think because he was so distraught. So,
I mean, what more can you do?
It gets better.
Morning, Jesse.
It gets better. He finally gets somebody on the phone. Okay, and John doesn't carry the cordless, so I'm playing the answering machine game, you know.
Yeah, you're the middleman.
Just tons of people calling, trying to figure out what happened. Like, it's really not that complicated. I mean, there's tape on the floor where the shit needed to be put. It's really easy. So, 1 o'clock rolls around. Okay, we're told that there's going to be people showing up to move those 2 gondolas sometime early afternoon. So 1 o'clock rolls around, and John likes to hold his weekly meeting every Tuesday at 1, just like Oscar. And so I get about a half hour into that, and somebody comes into the room and says that health department's there to walk meat department.
Wait, is this?
So I cue that.
Is this the
as my
State Department?
Opportunity. Yes.
Oh, bloody hell!
So I cue that as my opportunity for an excuse to get out of the meeting, which I hate going to. And I boogie. Well, it just so happens to be some girl that doesn't even have this area but was filling in. Jerry. Usually, meat department, because it's so small, I mean, I'm talking like 20 minutes, maybe a half hour to walk through. Over an hour with this girl.
Oh, she's one of them, huh?
But as I'm walking to the meat department, I see my district manager, who had come in, staring at the 2 bread gondolas. So they're right in front of meat department. And so I walk up to him, just shit-eating grin on my face, because he doesn't like John either.
This is
"Hey,
established."
boss." And he goes, "There's not enough space." I said, "Well, Tony, there's not enough space because the fucking company put these fucking things in the wrong spot. They didn't move them where they're supposed to move them."
Which were clearly labeled by tape.
So the tape was still there. I made sure to point that out.
That's fantastic.
So I said, you know, they're all in a meeting. They should be done in the next 10 or 15 minutes. So John gets over there, and Tony's like, I don't think this is enough space. And John's pissed because John has sent these plans over, like hand-drawn blueprints, a long time ago and gotten approval to have this stuff put exactly where he wanted it to be put.
Right, it was all premeditated.
And so I finally wrap up with the health department, and I talk to John, and dude, John is fucking tweaked, okay? And when John's tweaked, he's just a sarcastic little rat, right? So his face just looks like a rat. So it was so funny because Tony must have spent an hour on the phone, and John's like, well, if he doesn't figure this shit out in a half hour, my Uber's gonna be here. I've already ordered it, because he still can't drive, right?
That's a good way to storm out.
Which is just so funny. And so me, the other Josh, and John are standing in front of meat department looking at Tony, who's at the opposite side of the bread gondolas, on the phone. And John is just tweaking about how people that don't run my store or even spend any time in my store want to tell me how to operate my store and where to put shit. I'm going to start asking permission to how to wipe my ass. And so then, dude, it was the funniest fucking thing, right? We're out on the sales floor. And, you know, Tony's about 30 feet away on the phone. We're all standing in a single file line, parallel to each other. And John goes, he raises his hand and waves at Tony. Is it front to back, boss, or is it back to front? And of course, Tony can't understand what he's saying. Dude, me and Josh are in fucking tears.
Oh, man.
Just throwing the biggest fit.
That's amazing. Oh, right to the zone director. I love that.
Oh yeah, dude. Tony just takes shit. He ain't gonna do anything about anything.
Yeah, Jesse, this is what happens out here in the real world. This is the shit that we deal with on a daily basis. Although
Yep.
yours
Is
is
it
much
back
better
to
than...
front or front to back?
That's a good one. I don't think you've told me a story of him being so lively.
Oh yeah, dude. He was fucking wound up yesterday, right from the jump.
I mean, I was pretty wound up yesterday, but you know, it was such a feeling of relief. Like relief washes over you in an awesome wave. Like the rest of the day after I told off Pablo, I'm like, a good day. I feel pretty good today. I feel pretty good. So, but I'm trying to imagine, like, do you think he got on the phone and started like talking like, so James, this just talked with Jerry and this is what's going down.
Good
Like,
question.
I'm curious if this is like spread out. He might not say anything because the urgency isn't quite there yet. You know, like we have some time. It's not like we're at
He's
next
probably
year.
thinking it's gonna blow over.
That is a good point. But you know, I can apply the pressure going forward as needed. But yeah, I'm just curious to see what they do, if they do anything. Probably nothing, but you know, I still said what I said, and it feels good. So, how's Jesse doing this morning? You got any classes today? God, it's 10 o'clock already. I have to get gas. My truck is almost on empty, which means it has like 8 gallons left. You know, truck's almost on empty, which means it has 8 gallons left. I don't know if like that gas gauge was purposefully built like that, kind of like how Teslas are built, right? So Teslas, it tells you you're really low on battery while you still have plenty of battery left to like get you to places. And then I think it does that just to give you a little bit of extra buffer. And I think that this gas gauge is the same way. Like it's trying to, oh, dude, your tank is empty, but you still have 8 gallons left, which is, you know, 80 miles. Plus, you still have 100 miles to go, but boy, you're getting empty. Right on E. When are your classes, Jesse? So actually, as you can see, Jess, we're going back to the old format. This is what we used to do years ago. So, you know, we have the stream countdown, and then I switch our category to just chatting. Because usually that's what Josh and I end up doing for a good, you know, 15, 20 minutes of our streams. We just talk about shit that happened at work and, you know, the daily happenings. So I went back to this webcam screen with the chat, just so, you know, people who want to play Rocket League aren't coming in while we're sitting on the Rocket League screen, just listening to us flap our gums. So, and actually, when we did this is when I was put on a cryptocurrency. Josh remembers that morning.
I do.
Rated by 80 plus people. So I don't know, I'm torn. Yeah, exactly, just yeah, I'm aware of this. And, you know, we've lost a lot of potential players because of it. So I'm trying to be a little more cognizant of it. But anyway, so I just drank a cup of coffee. I don't know where I go from here. Do I do a monster?
I mean, I probably would. I can't start mine yet. I'm doing coffee.
Okay, so
Too
like
early for me to have one when I'm closing.
Interesting. I don't know, Jesse, what's your take on this? Oh, by the way, so the government shutdown, dude. Almost a month. Almost a month.
Yep.
Pretty wild. Boy, but they're digging in, I tell you. And you know the whole EBT thing. I'm really curious how that's going to pan out. What I have to say is, I think some compromise will come about before that happens, because that's going to be an eye opener for a lot of people. However, like I said, there's someone in one of our other Discords, the Star Wars Battlefront Discord.
Hope the entire government burns down.
Anyway, yeah, so there's somebody in that Battlefront Discord that said, you know, always could play at midnight, plays nonstop, whines like a little bitch all the time, nasty, horrible individual. Then he comes and says, sorry guys, I'm not gonna be able to play in these events for the foreseeable future. Due to the government shutdown, I won't be getting my EBT food stamps, and I'll have to find a job. Oh, okay, so you're essentially confirming what pretty much everybody knows right now, is that a good portion of these people are screwing the system. And it's allowed to happen. So I think this might get a lot of people that are very able-bodied and can work back to work. Just a little side effect of what's going on, but yeah, I don't know. But you know what's funny? So today's the Fed's FOMC meeting. This is where they're going to decide interest rates for, you know, the next month or so. General consensus is there's a high probability they're going to drop interest rates twice for the year end, but I think they're going to do a full pivot from quantitative tightening to quantitative easing on this meeting. And I think this is really going to be the catalyst for a lot of markets to skyrocket. And even with the government shutdown, I know you're going to find this pretty funny. The market's actually doing really well. So you're saying that the government being shut down has no effect on private equity? Fascinating. Fascinating, huh? Nice little nugget there, huh?
Extremely.
Yeah. So Jesse says, do you think coffee is enough? Okay, so you're not wrong, but you have to remember, we're playing Rocket League in the morning. And I'm telling you, I am not juiced up right now. Like, the way that we've been pulling competition lately, if I try to go into Rocket League like this, it is not going to be good. I probably should alternate. Usually what I do is I'll drink like a Monster and a seltzer. Kind of bounce between the two. Jesse, is the music in the background right now a pretty good volume? Because I have the royalty-free music track playing in the background, so, you know, if people are listening to us flap our gums about bullshit, you know, there's actually something playing and it doesn't sound as dry. What time do you have till today?
About 11:30.
Okay, so we'll get down to it here in a second. So Jesse, you can see my consoles in the background there. You see the PS3. Hold on, if I can move out of the way here. PS3 is right there. PS2 is right there. Here's the RetroTink 4K upscaler. Yeah, you can't. There's more. Like the Super Nintendo is. God, it's all reversed, so I can't like point it straight out. So down here, can't see it. Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's the Super Nintendo down there. I actually played the PS2 last night, Jesse, online. Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original from 2005. Fun game. Awesome, awesome to play in 2025. So actually, literally 20 years. It's a 20-year-old game now. 2005. Jesse was 1. Jesse, you were 1 when that game came out. How do you like them apples? Yeah, it is awesome. There's just something unique and really cool about bringing these old games back to life, these old online games on older systems. It's just really fascinating to me. Well, yeah, Jesse, it'd be really jarring for you because it's the polish on the new Battlefront games unmatched. Like, they are some of the most beautiful games out there. Going back to something like Battlefront 2 on PS2, it's going to be really jarring because it wasn't, even at the time, it wasn't the most beautiful game to look at because they went so massive with the scale of it, because you can do space battles and full planetary battles, so they kind of had to dial back a lot of the eye candy. But the gameplay is really fun, and especially when you have a good group of people you're playing with consistently, it's a good experience. All right, I'm gonna grab a monster and we'll get going. Had to take my fleece off. I hope that was loud for everybody. Oh. Oh, that is good.
Nothing better than that first sip.
Jesse, the sound of regret. I was playing with Jaden last night and I used the Fennec for a bit just to see how it felt. Well, I'm assuming it felt pretty good because everybody uses it. I don't think it would feel bad. So, what are your findings? Give us your report. It was really nice and you felt way more confident. Well, that's the thing, Jesse. Everybody uses it. So not using it is not only going to separate you from the crowd, but it's also going to make you strive to be better if other cards are not as easy to use. That's the problem with Fennec, is because it is so easy to use, people use it all the time just because it's easy. It's the easy way out. There's a lot of things in games that are like that. Like Josh and I always talk about the M82 rifle in Killzone 3. Very easy to use, get quick kills with it, but, we always try to be different and try to do things better in other ways without using the mainstream item or car that everybody else uses.
Damn right.
I mean, are we purposefully neutering ourselves? I mean, kinda. But I would rather be semi-good doing something that everyone else isn't doing than be pretty good by going de facto Fennec or Octane, whatever. Yeah, that's a good way to say it, Jesse. Something purposefully off the meta.
Well, why did you pull all your toys out of your little box, huh?
Yes, toys in a box?
Yep, a cardboard box.
Oh, man, this is good. Really good to see that right there. Waiting corn at 5. Oh, yeah, Jesse, don't forget to invite Jaden to the club so that when you guys play, it counts towards our stats. Yeah, that way, you know, if you're playing with them, we're getting more of a benefit. Okay, so those two are still in the item shop. Oh, I gotta change our category. Oh, we have Grave Robber. Dominus Flametris, which is probably the best decal ever made. That we won't have.
What we have today? We got stage 3.
Oh.
Oh, but it's not unlocked yet.
Right, because it's sleepy time over in California, is that correct?
They're fucking retarded ass bullshit time frames. They fucking unlock shit. I don't get it, man.
Yeah, you would think that they would use the Eastern Daylight Time for everything, because that's all that matters in the world. So yeah, let's go off, you know, Pacific time.
Yeah, that flame curse is insane.
Yeah, it is amazing.
And cheap.
And cheap. I mean, that is better than Huntress. So we have the Radio Classics Volume 2 Rewind. I see Oops, I Did It Again. Bye 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 by NSYNC. We Like to Party by Venga Bus. Barbie Girl. And What is Love? Interesting. Oh, I can't play it because it's copyright. Luke, what's going on? Actually, we're just talking about Star Wars Battlefront 2. And this is, I think, your first time seeing the webcam on. Where do we leave off in Rocket Pass? Yeah, I think the only one that I like that's out of that line of songs is What is Love? I mean, that's classic. That's Night at the Roxbury. Yes, Luke, this is my face. My old streams, I always had it on, but I turned it off for a while because it's, you know, it's just a lot more setup involved. And as you can see, it's still kind of dark because there's so much backlight, but yeah, is this what you envisioned when you heard my voice? The remixer probably has to be Jesse. Oh,
baby, don't hurt me.
No more. Yeah, so that's pretty odd. The general consensus is that I do look like what I sound like, which is strange because it's always the opposite for me when I listen to people. 9 times out of 10. Oh yeah, Luke, what we're starting to do now, because I do have a YouTube channel as well. Had that for a gajillion years. So because I'm under contract at Twitch, I can't simultaneously stream at the same time, simultaneously, to any other network. I have to wait for 24 hours because Twitch owns the rights of the stream until then. So what I'm doing is I'm exporting after those 24 hours has elapsed over to YouTube to keep the YouTube side busy. Just doing raw exports. And what I will do too is, you know, as we clip things throughout these streams, I think I had a couple clips on the last one. I'll export those as a more curated, short clip type video. And of course, I do need to post on Twitter. /X. See, had fun last night. 38 peak watching. Made your first £1. Yep. Now what you have to do is you have to cache that and put it on your wall, framed. Yeah, you've been really hitting it with the, not Battlefront, Knights of the Old Republic. I played the first one on PC many years ago. It's a pretty solid game. I feel like it's very niche. Not a lot of people would really jump onto it like they would standardized games. Because BioWare did those. Which, I mean, come on, Josh, BioWare.
Impressive.
Which is now a shell of its former self. Yeah, retention's huge, Luke. That's a big one. Actually, Recreation is now released.
Oh, yeah?
It is out. It came out yesterday. There's no reviews on it yet. I did read a blurb from Push Square. And they said it's pretty much identical to Burnout Paradise. Which is a good thing. It's a good thing. But one of the criticisms they had of it was that the world is so massive and like there's really big empty parts of it. They said a lot of that's probably because of the extra building you can do, and they haven't played the online mode yet, which is really what this focuses on. But there is an offline component, which is, you know, something we're very, very dialed in on. Yeah, Burnout's amazing. The team that made Burnout, they left Criterion Games after EA slaughtered them and decided to make their own Burnout game for today, which is called Recreation with a W. Yeah, you know, I was always really leery of Burnout Paradise when it first came out because I really loved the way Burnout 3 and Burnout Revenge were structured. You know, instant racing action, closed tracks. But I really warmed up to it, and it ended up being one of my favorite online games ever. But Luke, this discussion kind of popped into the Discord earlier, the Battlefront Discord. We're talking about, you know, games being released fully on disc, physical games. Josh and I are of that era, and you're kind of that era too, where there's more value in that than there is digital downloads because you actually have ownership over it. But Microsoft, you know, every time Microsoft says they're bringing a game over to PlayStation, it means nothing to me because Microsoft is the most egregious when it comes to this bullshit. I was gonna buy the new Doom until there was only like a megabyte on the entire Blu-ray disc and it was all download. I'm not gonna do that. With this new Halo that Halo remake that they're bringing over to PS5. Should I get excited about it? Yeah. It's gonna end up being the same bullshit. Here's 10 megabytes on a Blu-ray drive, all of it's gonna be download, and it's probably gonna be some shit where you have to log into a server, ping a server, just so you can function. Even, like, offline doesn't exist. That's what Battlefield 6 is. Battlefield 6, like you said, yes, the full game is on the disc. doesn't mean jack shit if you can't play it offline. Because when the game launched, even to play the single player mode, you had to ping a server. Diablo 4 is the same way. And Diablo 4 is really what ruined it for us. Yeah, but you know, that really speaks to their their creative dystopia, where they're just releasing Halo 1 remastered or full remake, whatever it is. Yeah, you know, here's the thing, like, if people are using Unreal as an engine, I feel like they should be doing a better job than what most people using Unreal today are doing, because Josh and I talk about this a lot. A lot of the we're big PlayStation people because PlayStation is more gamer-oriented. All the PlayStation exclusives you can play offline. They're all on the disc. PlayStation still cares about us. And every primary first-party PlayStation game, they all use their own in-house game engine. And the games run so much better and look so much better than Unreal Engine, because the engines are made in-house, tailored for that game. And they're always optimized perfectly. People just can't get their shit together with this off-the-shelf Unreal Engine stuff. So whenever I see Unreal Engine in a game, it's like, oh god. Yep. So just imagine you have these other studios making their own in-house engine that master it, but an off-the-shelf Universal engine that cuts your development time in half because you're not developing an engine from the ground up. It's just like a lazy way out. That's all I see Unreal Engine. Lazy way out. This is a very generalized take. Very generalized take. I'm speaking from, you know, a small subset of games. Like I said, Sony first-party games, Astrobot, its own in-house engine, runs magnificent. Ghost of Yotai, own in-house engine, looks and runs magnificent. Death Stranding and Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West, they use the Decima engine, which is Guerrilla's own in-house engine, and those games are perfect. But it's also because they're tailored for one console. Yeah, Luke, lazy in the sense that they can't optimize them well. So it's either you build your own engine or you learn Unreal Engine 5. And it seems like the latter just isn't that well done. Although I think Borderlands 4 uses Unreal 5, and that looks like they did a pretty decent job. Yeah, it's just all the game engines. It's all really fascinating. All right, let's warm up with 2v2. Speaking of Unreal 5, we're still waiting for Rocket League to port over to Unreal 5. Psyonix.
Yeah, the fact that you think that was ever going to happen was hilarious.
I know, it's a lot of hopium. If you can believe, Luke, this is using
Meanwhile,
Unreal
they haven't
3.
put any effort into this game in years.
And actually, Luke, since you are so in the know about these things, can't you just, if you're using Unreal 3, can't you just, like, forward all of that into Unreal 5? Like, without having to reprogram all the assets? These guys are in a party. Damn it. Tried to get a second touch on that.
Yeah, go.
Yep. Getting center boost. Okay, so I see an
No save for
Octane.
that.
Okay, he
I need
missed.
my ball clear.
Okay, getting center boost. Okay, I missed it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, I totally get what you're saying, Luke. Like I said, this is very much like you said, it's from our perspective. But one big difference between, like, the Sony first-party studios that do optimize their games well, and one thing they've always said is Sony always gives them complete latitude in the time they need. So you are right. It really depends on, you know, what management's saying, and, you know, Microsoft's a good example of that. Where they can, and kind of Nintendo too with Pokemon, they just push and push for these deadlines and they don't have the time to really dig into it. I'm sure it's even more of a bit, like it's a bigger deal today because of how complex everything is versus 10 years ago. Got a piece of that. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people do forget, because unless you're developing games and you know the workflow and the process of it, you don't really grasp how much time it does take to do certain things. I'm at net. But yeah, see, I didn't know that you actually had experience with Unreal, so it's good to hear a different perspective on this that we don't normally get. Like, where did that come from?
I don't know, but I'm not going to waste my time with that.
Nope. Ah, I remember Unity. Oh, Jesse, I did change Wisebot's advertisements. So I dialed back some of it, and I got rid of a couple, so it should be a little bit more attainable. Yeah, so I did. So the one that just popped up, I just added that the other day to the YouTube channel. Yes, Unity. That takes me back. Oh, PS1. You know, I'm more fascinated about people using, like, PS1 dev kits to make new PS1 games today than new games for, like, PS5. I'm more fascinated in new games for old consoles. Because it really does breed creativity, because they had to find so many weird ways to pull off the story they were trying to tell with such limited resources. That's more fascinating to me than anything, than having, like, all the raw power you need to do anything.
He missed.
I got this. Yeah, I dare say Rocket League here being on Unreal 3 at the time in 2015, I remember this being a really beautiful game. I mean, it still is to a certain degree. So we got a champion tournament winner in here. Got a piece of that.
Okay, that guy missed again. Got no fucking boost.
Went wide. All right, so that's a Dominus. Okay, I balled him. I don't...
like tried to get it off the backboard.
Okay, I'll challenge. I think the guy with the Dominus is the one we have to worry about. The guy with the Fennec looks a little shaky. The flow of this is terrible. Okay, I'm at mid. They're posted up. I'll challenge.
Didn't expect that extra touch.
I didn't touch it at all, actually.
All right, champ guy's gone. I got this.
Okay, hanging at mid. I got it.
Didn't want to screw you up.
Okay, so we had a new guy join, probably a superhuman to balance things out. 2 minutes and 58 seconds left.
A Canadian to boot.
Oh, Lucasfilm, you're level 7 Phoenix Egg. You haven't hatched yet.
Justin Trudeau's son.
Yeah, we haven't heard from Justin Trudeau in
The
forever.
grandkid of Fidel Castro.
Yeah, I got this.
Okay, every one of our shots has been wide by about a foot.
The guy in the
hanging at
Fennec is
mid.
really pissing me off. He looks really floppy.
Oh my god.
We're just not going to win this
Damn
one.
it. Oh good. Now I've got connection issues. Even though my ping says it's fine.
Interesting, Luke. Yeah, I love the tech demos they always show for these new engines, which show like this hyper photorealistic gameplay. Like for Unreal Engine 5, they had that one with the like the body cam. And the guy looked like an agent, you know, kind of swatting into a building. But like that never translates to actual games. That's why I don't really like tech demos. Wow, that speaks volumes. That was fan-made. Is it like an actual game, though? Or is it like an on-rails thing? Boy, that's something. An indie dev can pull that off. Luke, do you have a set of games lined up for your streams? Like, do you have your next game planned out when you finish Knights of the Old Republic? Yeah, Luke, that actually brings up another good point. I think games that are... PC gaming has kind of gotten really convoluted because everything's so complex, and consoles, the games are tailor-made for one piece of hardware, so it's much easier to optimize for. Which is probably why, like, when Sony drops their exclusives on PC, they have to bring in, like, an external company to port it over. Okay, good old Futura Garden. I got that. Oh, it's hanging right at net. I'll push. I'm rotating out. I'm at net.
Damn it.
Yeah, Crude Crumbler Bro. Looks like he's a little hesitant.
God damn it. These fucking assholes fucking clearing shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Twos has been really, really challenging for us lately. We've been screwed quite a bit. Okay, gotta get corner boost.
Mid.
A light tap. That's all I got.
Yep, of course he was there. Ha! Fucking inch over my fucking car. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah, and these guys are complete randos. Okay, he missed.
Well, I love how they don't miss anything when they're in net, but they miss everything else. Oh my fucking God.
Oh, okay.
Yep, they can have that.
Breathing underwater. Can't let you go now. Making it so hard. You got to know now. Ooh,
Can be all proud of themselves.
Luke, did you answer my question earlier about Unreal Engine 3, like, able to port over the assets easily to Unreal 5? Because I've heard blurbs that that was kind of like the hang-up, is they have to, like, redo everything for Unreal 5 from Unreal 3. Wow. I mean, that would make sense. Yeah, I think the days of us getting a like a standalone Rocket League for Unreal 5 is just not a possibility. I really think they're just going to blend it in with Fortnite. So Luke here says that all the legacy is there, so it should be pretty easy to port over Unreal 3 to Unreal 5. Going through system by system. Yeah, but you have a whole team working on it. I'm not sure how big the team at Psyonix is. But if that's what you're doing all day, every day. Right, I'm at net. Jesse, has Twos been awful for you? Because, as you can see, Twos has been awful for us, and I don't know why. Like, I do feel like they're not matchmaking us correctly. It's funny, you and I pinched that, too. Oh, Jesse, I know we're terrible, but, like, you see what we're pulling for Twos for our rank. Don't you think it's fishy? Or is it just us? Alright, so Kuza is going to be the carrier of this one, I believe.
My God, dude.
Okay, hanging at mid. Okay. Ooh, I almost like collided with our teammate there. All right, I'm gonna stay at mid. Teammates pushing. There we go. I remember when Unreal was just a game. Unreal Tournament. Okay, I'm gonna hang at net for a second, see what Kuza does. Okay, he misses, so I'll go for this. So we are playing the 10th anniversary map, which I didn't think would carry over. Well, I can see why they would do that, Luke. It's kind of advertising for their engine. Okay, I got this. I don't know what our teammate was doing there.
I have no idea.
All right, thank you, sir. I'll take that. Okay. Okay, there's a little double touch pinch.
He just happened to save it. I got a really nice shot on it.
I was
too.
gonna say, from my perspective, that looked golden. Yeah, I'll push. Right, hanging at mid. You guys are up. Don't know what's going on. Okay, Kuza carrying like we knew he would.
Yeah, they're the carries fucking out of control.
Yeah, there you go, Jesse. Feast your eyes. Oh, so Unity's going the way of Adobe. I remember when Adobe switched over to a monthly fee, you know, kind of like Microsoft. You'll own nothing and be happy about it. I'm at mid. And behind you. I got this. Right to you. Oh. Okay, Crocodile Dundee saved it accidentally. I got this.
Damn it. I almost timed that. Would've been
He screwed
sweet.
my shot. Oh my god.
Wow.
Well, let me start talking.
His buddies are terrible.
It's the only way we've been able to take advantage of any opening.
Man, fuck you, bitch.
Oh, that's amazing.
Oh.
Would have had that if he didn't double touch. Okay, Matt net. Damn it. Look at this dumb fuckery.
Yeah, well, net was wide open. Well deserved. Not sure why our teammate was double committing with me.
Nope.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Have some
I'm not gonna
pumpkins.
sit on that screen with that.
Yeah, Luke, is there anything of note that has been made by Unity lately? I haven't heard that used for a long time. At least not in our little circle. All right, so I just leveled up. Interesting. All right, so we got a titanium white Zagamuffin. Hold on a second. Hey, that's better. Yeah, I had to kill all the backlight here. Like, all the light coming from the windows was just giving me too much light in the background, ruining my face. Oh, Luke, what is this game that you're working on? We got 2 days till Halloween. We're gonna have to think of new car designs. It'd be interesting to play something that you made, Luke. Are you keeping it under lock and key? Or are you going to be able to tell us any info about it? Got a lot of connections.
Oh my god, damn, dude. I tell you what.
Oh, so that's the real reason behind it. That's your motive. It's nice that you have that guarantee, though. That would... If I had that guarantee, I'd definitely push this a lot more. Alright, so it looks like our teammate is a... Dominus. Okay, our teammate is back at net. I got this. And I'm dead. Blown to smithereens. Gonna try and do a little pinch. Nope. Alright, so we got a 420-er.
I got hit.
Yeah, I'm right behind you. I'll take this. I got it. That's amazing, Luke. I wonder, like, how did they find out about it? Like, did you hitting partner, like, broadcast you to more people or something? I mean, that would make sense. I probably should post some of our clips to TikTok, as much as I hate TikTok. Because they have a web interface, like not just an app, but a web interface. I refuse to download the app on my phone.
I don't know, we're not very good.
Well, that in and of itself can, you know, bring people in and be fascinated with us. I'm mesmerized by how utterly terrible these guys are.
Right? Passed into absolutely fucking nobody. Our teammate is beyond useless. He has 2 points. So.
Not every day where we're the carriers. Oh, that was brilliant. Guess I'll clip that. Thank God I got credit for that. Yeah, we do have a Phoenix Ignition TikTok page, but we've just never used it. Because at the time we started setting all that up, COVID happened and then ruined our lives. But the account is still there.
Jesus Christ. The one ball that actually gets through that I don't go for.
Ooh, there we go. All right, Jesse is a level 69. 69. A level 69 Phoenix Fledgling. And Luke, you leveled up to level 11. You're still an egg. You hatch at 25. Yeah, I don't know why your teammate teed off with you. He was behind you.
Dude, I don't know.
Ooh, nice. Okay, I'm back at net.
Got it.
It was enough. See if I can push. No, all three of them bid on that. Getting boost in their corner. Parallel to the opposite side. That's enough.
There we go.
Ah,
No.
dude, I had to hit it right in that corner because one of the cars was just flopping there as an obstacle. Yeah, I'm trying to.
So many more goals. It's infuriating.
I'm trying to stay behind you guys because he's always up one of our asses. Wow, we made somebody forfeit.
Forfeit.
Did hell freeze over? Hey, Luke, you got it together, and I appreciate that. Remember, like I said, if you ever want to do a collab one of these days, you definitely set something up in the future. Zorathusta 420. Looking for voices? I can definitely lend you my voice if my voice is sufficient for your needs. All right. I remember when, you know, all this stuff would unlock at 11 a.m., but I guess they pushed that back over in Pacific
Dude,
sleepy
I
time.
don't. Yeah. So I'm trying to remember when that actually happened. But yeah, I mean, we've talked about this before because we'll be anticipating an update or something, and we used to be able to, you know, witness it around. It was 10 or 11, I'm pretty sure, and now it's just whenever they feel like it, I guess. So
I
it's
want
like
to say
3
it's,
p.m. or something random.
yeah, it's like 2 or 3
Like
p.m.
something that makes no sense.
So that would be 10 a.m. Pacific. For some reason, like why 10? Maybe it's because that's their setup time, like at work, set up at 10.
What time do you think how instant do you think the alert goes off that we log on
Oh, like the moment it happens.
so they can flip the switch?
The moment it happens. I mean, I'm sure they have
you
some
think
line
it's
of code that they wrote for
instantaneous.
us. You know, and that's the thing. Because usually, like, if we're logging on in the morning, they're probably still sleeping, and I'm sure it's been automated. It would have to be, right? Like, I can just see the offices closed at Psionics. And, like, the camera pans over to one computer monitor that's on. And we log on, and you see, like, the code start compiling when we log on.
No Bone Dry's playing.
Were you trying to send a link, Luke? I'm guessing that's what the stars are. You can just link me in Discord, if necessary. Dude, I feel so nasty, not having showered yet. Like,
I
what
made
happens?
myself work out, showered, shaved.
Like, what happens to our
Just
bodies
gotta
overnight? Like, do we
Go to
just
the damn gas station
secrete
before
shit
work.
all night? Yeah, I mean,
I don't
dude,
know, man.
I was gonna try and get gas yesterday, but so I forgot that I get gas on Sundays instead of Mondays because Monday through Friday school is in, and if I try to get gas when school is in because they block traffic to let the cars and buses in and out, I can never get anywhere because all traffic's backed up.
God, man.
So I had to
know
hold off
that
getting
all too
gas until today when I can actually go when everyone's at work or in school.
You know, we shouldn't have to do that.
This is where we're at, man. This is where we're at.
But what did we do to deserve it?
Well, we tried to maintain status quo, do the right thing, be a hardworking American, not bother anybody.
Oh, I watched a YouTube video this morning with my coffee, my first cup. About
Is that an important detail?
The psychology of people who do not post on social media. So I had to watch that because obviously we don't post anything. I mean, you don't really even have much of social media anymore.
No, like personally, like a Jerry Kunith social media feed on anything doesn't really exist. I mean, Twitter or X is the only platform I post on, and that's just Phoenix Ignition stuff. Like, I can't remember the last time I went onto Facebook or Twitter or any of this other bullshit and just said stuff about myself. To me, that's just nonsense. And I despise people that do that. And that's really one of the reasons why I got rid of Facebook, because I was so sick and tired of looking at my Facebook feed, not only seeing people whine about shit or promote all the shit that they got lucky on or how proud they are and showing off their stuff.
It's all validation, man.
And
It's
then
just all people seeking validation.
Anytime I post something on Facebook, it goes to nobody. Nobody sees it. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, Zuckerberg. Done. Delete. I'm sick of seeing what everyone else is doing. I'm sick of seeing about, oh, look at this new big house I bought. Oh, look at our beautiful children. Oh, look at all our stuff. No, I don't care. Done.
Well, the best part is, like, these people post all this stuff. Like, and women, I think, are worse than men with it. Women
for sure,
are
for
just
sure.
horrible with comparing themselves, their status, where they're at in life. But I just, for the life of me, can't understand why, like, Christina's like that. And it's like, who cares? Like, you're literally only seeing what somebody wants you to see. It's all fake. It's just like these quote-unquote influencers. It's all fake bullshit. All of it.
Yes,
None
sir.
of it's real.
And there's definitely a select few that probably are real, but you don't see them. I mean,
Very few, I would
Luke,
think.
you are correct. It is in how you use it, but from our experience, man, that's just all I see. And that's why, dude, I don't even remember the last time I, like, actually typed something into social media, like, myself, because for the longest time on Facebook, I always would just, like, forward memes, like, repost memes. But as far as me saying, like, oh, good morning, it's Tuesday, going to work. It's Tuesday, coming home from work. Tuesday, going to bed.
Well, the kicker to that, too, is anybody that I care about, I already know how they're doing in life.
Right.
I don't need fucking posts on Facebook to figure it out. Don't need it at all. Don't want it, don't need it.
We are influencers. That's the point of what you're doing. The thing is, I guess yes, generally, but we're not influencing anybody. We're not big enough for that. Now, don't get me wrong. If we got big enough to where we could have a steady revenue stream, just doing what we're doing, because we're not fake. We're very real. You know, we're not altering the way we behave or our views on things because we're
Real
getting
doesn't sell.
sponsorships and money from that. And I mean, we're very, very real, down to earth. We have full-time jobs. We do this literally in our downtime, which is very few and far between. So, you know, if we are considered an influencer, we're probably an influencer for the better because we're keeping things real. We're not trying to manipulate people into doing things. If you want to watch us, you'll watch us. I mean, if there ever came a point where, you know, a mega sponsorship came to me and said, we need you to alter the way you carry on about yourself because we want to get viewers to do this and that. I'm like, no, dude. Nope. Unless it's a 7-figure check. Then I'll think about it. You know, and that's actually part of the reason why Asmongold is so popular. He literally built himself up being the anti-influencer from that perspective. He's always been touted as being very genuine and not really giving a shit about what anybody thinks. His opinion is his own, and that is it.
Well, that's the other part of it, is why, I mean, I understand people generally want to be liked by other people. They do want some validation, but, like, I want validation from the people that are important to me in life. I don't need validation from people that I went to school with 15 years ago. And the older you get, the less personal all these people are. Like, I may have been very good friends with them for a year or 4 years, or whatever it might have been in college or prep school. But the longer that shit goes on, it's like, I don't even know those people anymore. I don't care. Like, as long as I'm content and happy, it's about all I really care about. And the peace of mind of not scroll, like, I literally get on Facebook or Instagram for tattoo stuff and knives and New York Giants. Like, I've got everyone else blocked or hidden. I don't see shit. I don't have any politics on there. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. People are just so weird to constantly seek that validation out.
It's really bad, man.
Yes, I just bought a house. Okay, great. No one cares.
What about the Lamborghini they just bought? Yeah, and the thing is, I can't even imagine.
Live your life.
Like, and politics are a big part of that. Like, the amount of misleading shit and stuff that's just shoved in your face. Like, if I was still on all forms of social media, I mean, the amount of political stuff that would show up would just make me nauseous. And even just the little that I go on to X, you know, X is really the only platform that you can see all sides of things. It's still obnoxious. It's like, well, let me post our Phoenix Ignition stream on X. Oh, let's see what's trending. Political. Oh, okay. Let me just post this and click off. All right, Jesse, hopefully we gave you a fascinating morning. You were able to warm up to the world with us this morning. Hope your class goes all right. Yeah, Luke, I think you can definitely agree with us on that. And I genuinely believe, you know, this is just from our perspective. We don't know what people like you or anybody that watches us is like, because we get people from all around the world, all walks of life. I genuinely think Josh and I are pretty level-headed over things, and I think that if we were discovered, more people would actually warm up to us and would love to watch us because we're so grounded. But it's just, you're at the whim of all these algorithms, and, you know, it's based on platform. Untapped potential. Oh, God, the Tonight, dude, don't even get me going on that late night shit. It is so left-wing, it's not even funny.
You know what the other thing? Which, by the way, started Silo Season 2 last night.
Oh.
Watched a 10-minute recap on YouTube of Season 1 just to refresh our memory.
Season 2 is
gets off
great.
to a slow start.
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, it's not like the first one.
So this is the other thing I've noticed. The older I get, the less enjoyment out of video games I have and TV. Like, I predominantly watch YouTube.
Control.
Like, when Christine goes out of town, like, so when she's here, okay, like, we have our TV shows we watch together. She has TV shows she watches without me. I don't have any TV shows I watch without her. So it's, you know, the TV shows we talk about that I genuinely like. But, like, when she's not here, I'm watching, like, just random shit on YouTube from, like, you know, somebody breaking down the psychology of body cam footage or interrogation footage. Like, just weird stuff. I don't know. I get almost no enjoyment out of... Like, I could scroll Netflix for 6 days and not figure out what I want to watch. Or I'll start it and be like, nah, I don't want to watch this.
Like I said, it's all about control. Like, on YouTube, we can curate exactly what we want to see, and there's a lot of content, typically on a lot of niche things that we want to see. You know, Netflix is a good example. I'm glad you brought that up. Netflix is a prime example of them forcing propaganda onto you under the guise of entertainment. Netflix is probably the worst on
yeah.
it. And you know,
Gotta
we're
fit
just
some trainees in there.
we don't want to
every
see
other
that shit.
fucking thing.
We don't want to see it. So I mean, your perspective on all of this makes absolute sense. From me, you know, I'm more of a gamer than you are. Always have been, because you know I'm a little nerdy douchebag. I'm never really a big sociable guy because, you know, I'm not like your big hulking masculine man. So I got a lot of my enjoyment from games, and video production and all that stuff. But I do see where you're saying, like, it's not the same as it was 20 years ago, where I would consume, and there's a lot more great games back then too, let's be honest, where I'd consume all of this media happily. Today, you know, I may be playing one really good 60, 70 hour game a year, and we're usually just playing these multiplayer games that have been out for 10 years. You know? That's why this whole, like, Xbox Game Pass argument is really funny to me, because all these shills for Microsoft saying, oh, it's a great value for the money, blah, 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 I get a million games, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, I'm quality over quantity, and I want to own the things that I play. Xbox in Game Pass is literally Netflix for games. You don't own anything. You're consuming content. I just wouldn't get the same amount of enjoyment out of that. Great Game Pass ad. Yeah, Luke plays to make stuff. Yeah, and the thing is, games have gotten pretty expensive, and they do take up a lot of your time. So, like you said, as we get older, our time is more precious. Did it literally play a Game Pass ad while we were talking about Game Pass? Yeah, sorry, Luke, for Twitch, I can't really control the ads. I can only control, like, semi how frequent they are, and I have it, like, dialed all the way back. Because as a Twitch affiliate, you know, they got to get their cut. Yeah, does, I think with Twitch now, though, when it plays an ad, doesn't it, like, move the stream over up in the corner so you can still see the video while the ad plays? Alright, I gotta go pee. Yeah.
So I get to work every day from 1-1 to 1-9, or 11-1 to 11-9 to get ready for this walk.
9-day stretch, 10-day stretch?
Yep.
Isn't that
Which
illegal?
thankfully, I was off Monday, but was obviously gonna have to work to help get ready for all this shit. But Josh was fortunate to give me tomorrow off. So he's gonna close, and then I'm gonna work Monday for him.
Tomorrow, so you're off Thursday.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I work, so what's your Friday schedule?
Friday I'm off, but probably won't be able to play until the afternoon.
Okay. Yeah, Luke, I do appreciate you hanging with us. I think our conversations have been great. It's cool to see your side of things. Kind of call out some false information that we've gathered over certain things. We like conversations like this. Respectful, speaking our minds. I wish it was more like this all around. But we will be streaming tomorrow afternoon and Friday afternoon, which it's going to be pretty late for you. You typically stream in the evening, so it might affect that. You know, a lot of this, I think, does have to do with age, just the views and the way we present ourselves. Because if you compare us to like a lot of really young influencers, they're just off their goddamn rockers. Obnoxious. All right. Oh boy. Oh, whoops. You said you have what till 11:30?
Yeah, we got time for one. Just showing up to work early anyway, so I technically don't work till 1, but I've been going in at least an hour early every day.
Gross.
Yeah.
Level 13 Phoenix. You've been leveling up quite a bit. Yeah, one thing I got to really start to focus on is subscribers on Twitch, not followers, because subscribers are where it's at. It's not like YouTube subscribers where... Oh, okay. Where it's free. Like Twitch subscribers, you're actually like paying a fee. And we used to have a lot of those. That was a good follow-up.
It was bone dry.
All right, so we got a... I think it's a Twitch TV
Superhuman
or
McGee,
JL Sniper TV.
teammate missed.
Wow. Yeah, so he's the carrier. Yeah, he's a...
I just got back to goal.
It doesn't matter, dude. He's a champion. This will be futile. Oh, okay. I don't know why our teammate...
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So Luke, definitely tell me, like, the people that watch your streams, they specifically looking for the Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic content? Like, is that why they come in? Because they're intrigued, or it's a game they played in the past? It's definitely a game that not a lot of people stream, so there's that. So I'm guessing his other teammates are absolutely terrible.
One of them's not bad.
Yeah, that's probably the K guy.
The cats guy's really bad. Smurfs off center.
That's right, he's got it. Our teammate is a black fennec. I got this. Oh. Thought someone was going to take that. Okay, I'm coming up to mid. Okay, JL is playing his heart out, carry his teammates. Come on, Luna. No. Oh. All right, I'm opposite side, fully boosted.
Oh my god, teammate, you're right there! What the fuck was that?
He just kind of stared at it. There, I'll break the stalemate.
Don't matter if there's an eternity left in this fucking game.
No, Luke, what I was saying earlier, with you streaming Knights of the Old Republic, are you pulling people in because they want to see that? Like, it's a game they played in the past and they're just thrilled to see it again? Or is it other reasons? That's what I'm always curious about. Like, what always brings people into our stream, and what has really pulled people into us randomly through searching is just visually, like, what our stream looks like. I mean, I cleared that.
Jesus Christ, man. Ugh.
So I guess it's, what I could say is the presentation that attracts people to us. Yeah, Matt, I got this. Okay, he missed. Oh, God.
I'm pretty sure all 4 of their goals have come off the heels of our teammate missing a clear or save.
Yeah. I purposefully didn't go for that. Having good intros. What do you mean by intro? Like a prologue? Yeah, that's the one issue with uploading raw streams, is we usually have about 5 or 10 minutes, like a countdown screen, where we actually get into the meat and potatoes. Yeah, I typically only do stuff like that when I know people are watching. Yeah, that's a good feeling. I love it when like you have people sitting at the countdown screen or the starting soon screen waiting for you to go live. Because you can, when you know that there's a few people watching, you can do, you know, fancier intros. You can get started a little bit sooner.
Uck. Fucking yuck.
I should have said that to Pablo. As he
Sounds
walks
like
in,
you said enough.
dude, he walked in with his camo jacket, like a hunting jacket. Oh, did you get the communication to mark everything down? Nope. Oh, wow. Yes, yes, that's why, you know, Wisebot is nice, because it kind of keeps chat going. I understand there's people that want to just have background noise on, and we've had a lot of people come into our streams just having us on for company. But I hate it when you have a few people watching and nobody talks, because to me, you watch streamers to interact with them, you know? But I also don't know how similar Twitch's algorithm is to YouTube, because they are two very different platforms. But that's why I'm trying to, you know, upload all our videos. Like today's stream right now, we'll upload tomorrow on YouTube once the 24-hour lock has elapsed. Yep, thumbnails. Actually, Josh, something you said back in the day when, like way back in the day when we were talking about thumbnails and like John Sandman's ridiculously stupid thumbnails, you said it was like window shopping. Window shopping for YouTube. I couldn't have said that any better, and that has stuck with me.
Oh, it's true. I mean, now everybody does the same fucking style. Like, it's just obnoxious.
Yep. I vividly remember John Sandman being the worst with that. With that stupid face he makes. AI thumbnails are killing people? Yeah.
AI is awful.
Yeah, I probably should make thumbnails for our video on demand from streams. So what is it about AI thumbnails that kills it, Luke? Is there a certain attribute to it that turns people off? I know AI is very erroneous, right? AI is very strange. You know, I can contribute the stuff that AI spits out to like a fever dream. AI kind of reminds me of what dreams are like. Like in a dream, things that aren't normal seem completely normal to you, no matter how crazy and abstract it is. And that's just what AI reminds me of. AI reminds me of like our minds in REM sleep. Okay, so let me pose this question to you, Luke. So, say like today's stream, right? What type of thumbnail would you make for today's stream? I will say your thumbnails are very well done. I assume you use Photoshop for those. Yeah, yours are very well done. I like how you put yourself in there. You kind of blend into the theme of the game. I used to go into Photoshop, you know, after we would make a vlog and make a pretty decent thumbnail. DaVinci Resolve. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, they do look very clean. Oh, God, Adobe After Effects, don't get me started. Talk about complex. Whew. Yeah, I definitely got to dig into this stuff a little bit more, Luke. Yeah, I mean, like After Effects, and this is when I used it like 9-10 years ago. I used a lot of Adobe After Effects, Josh, for like the documentaries I did. A lot of the promotions I did, which were all visual effects, was done in After Effects. And my God, man, like if you were to boot that up and just look at the default screen, your tongue would hang out just drooling just from a short circuit looking at all of it. It's crazy. I bet it broke you, because that's some intense stuff. I really wish they'd make Adobe products for Linux. They need to start doing that. I know I can use like virtual machines to fake Windows to get old versions of Adobe products, but it'd be nice if there was legit Linux versions of it. Yeah, I was like that with Sony Vegas. I loved the workflow in Sony Vegas for video editing, like basic editing. And right now I use Shotcut on Linux, which is very close to Vegas. Wisebot, Luke already joined our official Discord. Yep, compositing. Here, your credit report is hot off the press. I really don't need to look at that. Alright, so yeah, Luke, like I said, I know you said you need voices. You have my Discord. Just reach out to me if you want me to record some stuff for you. You know, my recording equipment's not bad. This is a pretty good mic. I have this mic pretty dialed in. If you need any voiceovers for anything, just let me know, and we'll do a collab. And Josh, you got to go to work. I got to go get gas and do some cleaning, shower, you know, bullshit. So, like I said, Luke, thank you so much for chilling with us. Always great talking to you. Very, very cool topics. Cool to see multiple viewpoints on things, even if we're wrong about some things. It's always great to see. So, you said, what's tomorrow? Thursday? What time tomorrow do you want to go live?
Whenever you're done work.
Okay. So yeah, Luke, if you're going to be at the Battlefront 1 event tomorrow, I will be there. But we'll also be streaming this later on in the day. It'll be really late for you, but you seem to be a night owl, so... Yes, most importantly, Luke, it is about the conversation, but I'm okay hearing different viewpoints. It's not like it's our way or the highway. You know, if you have a legitimate opposing view on something that's, you know, verifiable, I'll always, you know, say, hey, I was wrong about that. It's not like in politics where if you don't agree with us, we kill you. You know, we're not like that. $129 hours on Night Seal Republic. Yeah, Battlefront 2 is more niche than that. Battlefront 2 2005 is niche of the niche. Gotcha. All right, Luke, well, we'll see you when we see you. Like I said, I'll be on the Battlefront 1 event tomorrow, since that's later. So until then, hopefully we see you on stream tomorrow. If not, like I said, I'll see you when you see you. Anything else to add, Josh?
Nope.
All right. So thank you very much. Until tomorrow. Sorry, hold on.